Traders, good morning, and welcome to this live trading webinar. I hope everyone has a great time so far. For those who join us for first time here at Admirals, we really like to welcome you to this live trading morning webinars. Good morning to those who join us from the Zoom, from YouTube. Thank you so much for your support. Hello, guys. Hello. Let's bring the drawing tool in place so we're ready to start. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be aware that this content is for general information only and is not intended to provide any personal advice or financial advice or any business recommendation. Any trades I initiate here and all the pretty much the market analysis is based on my perspective of how do I read the market, how do I trade the market, and I just present it in that way. Let's check that everyone can communicate with me via the chat box. So guys, please make sure you can type on the chat box. Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. More people, they join now. So let's start with the premium analytics. Premium analytics, let's refresh for the today's headlines. Why is that? Just bear with me, guys. How is trading going? Please let me know. Did you guys take some trades yesterday? Any intraday trading or some positioning traded? Please feel free to share it with me. So, today's top headlines. Fed's Jerome Powell says data will determine size of next rate increase. Traders, on Monday, I record the weekly podcast. If you've listened to that, and also if you followed us on Instagram, we put the reel that I gave you the update about the markets and clearly stated that based on the forecast that the Bank of Canada won't increase interest rates, as all the central banks in the major economies, they are hawkish on their interest rates for this month. So Bank of Canada, Bank of Japan, if they're going to remain at 4.5% and minus 0.1% respectively, we must see some weakness in these two currencies. So take in consideration the bullishness and the hawkish sentiment of the US dollar, maybe we can see some good opportunities to buy the dollar, the US dollar against the Canadian dollar, and to buy the dollar against the Japanese yen. And also, if the European Central Bank increase the interest rates, we can see also that currency pair trading opportunities. So China's inflation rate slow to 1-year low, casting doubt on recovery. US EU to start trade negotiations on minerals. China's consumer inflation eased in February. UK privacy bill aims to reduce the burden of business. Russia's Sawanger Herlatz advancing Bakhmut as battle greens on in eastern Ukraine. And Eli Lilly drug fails to prevent Alzheimer in study. Next, we would like to have a look at the calendar. So today, based on the MetaTrader calendar, we have the inflation rate in China has came out lower than even the forecast. At this point, I would really like to also double check with another calendar to see if they have some other events marked as major. So let's check this one here. Let's use some filters. Make sure we see only the news events. So nothing here as well on Thursday. Please be mindful because we weren't around at this time. The Bank of Canada yesterday kept the interest rates at 4.5%. The ADP, the early indication of the non-farm payroll came out much greater than expected. Although the non-farm payroll tomorrow is expected to drop to more than half based on the previous number or last month's. But again, lately, it's the only event that I really don't trust the forecast. Rarely in the last couple of years, rarely this forecast came as expected. Guys, at this point, I would like to make sure that you all are aware about the Instagram channel because it's very, very important to be aware about all the market events updates we do here, or you make sure you learn every single day from the stories from the real. Some of them, they are in more funny way we do it, all right? And is good to follow us here. I'm sharing now the link. David, sorry, I didn't check about that. Yesterday, no, I didn't receive anything. Where did you post it? Under which post? Guys, just to make sure when you want to post something on the Telegram in regards to live trading or in regards to your trading, please use the live trading sessions post where you can see the live trading and the play button in the middle. Use these posts if you want me to know about any market activity you trade here. Okay, otherwise I won't be able to see it. So David, sorry, I didn't see anything. I'm going through and read messages. No, it's nothing here. So let's have a look at the MetaTrader platform. We have, okay. Just bear with me. Okay, here is MetaTrader. So let's start with the euro. Tuesdays on Tuesday. Okay, I will go back and I will make sure I'll have a look. Hey Theo, I can't hear you guys. It was a screenshot. Okay, guys, does anyone have any issue with the sound? Or do you guys can hear me? Please just throw a quick yes or no. Sounds fine. Sounds okay. Aveline, please check your side as everyone else can hear loud and clear. Sound okay. Johan, can you please use the chat area to type in instead of the Q&A. There are two different areas, the Q&A and the chat. Please use the chat so I can read it instantly. Thank you so much. So pound against the US dollar. We talked about this. We talked about this area here down the support. Market break below these supports there. It's trying to retrace back. I believe that if the non-farm payroll is about to give some strength to the US dollar, as I explained yesterday, the markets usually they will start trying to gain some price levels higher so they can be sold off on Friday, but we will see. The euro stopped at this 200-day moving average. We talked about that yesterday. We don't want to sell right at this support. Preferably, we want to buy the support. Okay. USD CHF, it stopped at this resistance area just below the 200-day moving average as well, with this indecision candle. This candle here can definitely help some bearishness to come. However, if we go down to the origin of the move, we see that we have this nice order block set up here, this one here. This one here, it's a nice order block. The market can easily come and retest it if it's not going to explode higher aggressively. Yeah, that's true. Aussie, yesterday we marked the area of resistance to be here and an area of next support to be there. We can look for some retracements to enter short at this area, so we are still waiting for that. The Kiwi, same thing. USD Canadian dollar, after the neutral sentiment from the Bank of Canada in regards to the interest rates, the market just gave advantage to the dollar. USD JPY, we had a higher high yesterday and a higher close. However, the market retests this area of resistance. If I zoom in, you can see it here. Higher high, higher close, and now it's maybe retracing. If we go down to the lower time frames, we can maybe see something more clear. That's a trend line support. So we surpassed this previous resistance. Market is coming down to this support. So here it's a strong buying area based on this move to the upside, guys. We do have this order block. So it's a very strong buying area. If the market is going to tap in, we are in an uptrend. It can really help for bullishness. I'm still very neutral on the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen for a reason. I don't like this market setup here. Also, their fundamentals are not that attractive. Both pound, JPY, it's really sideways. Even from the EMAs, we can see they kind of they compare it to each other. It means the market it's not moving. The imbalance it's not there. So without imbalance, market is flat. CHF JPY at this resistance, maybe we're going to have a nice breakout. If we're going to have a breakout, let's say this is kind of ascending triangle. The base of the triangle from this point to that point from this point here to that point, all this distance. So it's about 200 pips. So 200 pips, we can retest this resistance up here. So we can keep an eye on that, maybe for some intraday activities. Because if we're going to buy here and we want to go to 200, our stop loss has to be somewhere maximum at 100 pips to allow us for a 2-to-1 trade at least. Let's leave this one for now. Canadian dollar, of course, it's going to express weakness across the board as the center of the Bank of Canada did increase interest rates. So gold, it stopped above this 200-day moving average. Last week, the market retested, came so close, not exactly retest this 200 moving average, but it came so close and it didn't really touched it, and it reversed. Crude oil, a new low yesterday, although for me it's a nonsense at this point. We start moving a bit sideways on the end gas. Silver, very weak. Our target is here. Guys, if you are doing intraday trading, 1 hour, 4-hour chart, 30-minute chart to trade the trends, you can really keep a close attention to this. Silver. Bitcoin, it's trying to push lower. As I mentioned yesterday, if we break below the 21,000 something, we can see the market come to the 18,000 and we start our activity there. A very nice hanging man after this uptrend on the Australian dollar, on the Euro Australian dollar, and market can easily fall to retest the previous high. So that can be a good one too. Euro pound, nothing. Euro cat, bullish engulfing yesterday. I said that we can see some nice activity. We can trade it to the upside all the way. Yesterday, it was this lucrative price action set up here. Double bottom, as you can see. Bullishness. Bank of Canada wasn't about to increase interest rates. Euro is strong. We are in an uptrend. You can combine this, find a nice price action on the lower time frame. I believe it was 2-to-1, 25 pips, 50 pips easy, 2-to-1. This type of setup, guys, we can enter in the lower time frames. We can keep trades open until we go to the next resistance, because there are fresh news, especially when they involve interest rates. Okay, Johan, that's great. Now I can read your messages instantly. Hello from Germany. Hello, Ute. Thanks for joining us. What about Euro Yen? Euro Yen, I think we talked about Euro Yen already. Euro CHF. The only thing I can see in this market is if the price comes and stopped at this area down here, that I can see an order block on the daily chart. If we go down to the 4-hour chart, we have much of activity here. Euro New Zealand, in an uptrend here, we start looking for longs if something. Pound Oz, nothing. Pound CHF, I don't know if we're going to break below this support. Pound CADs drifting sideways. Pound, it's not that strong. So Pound New Zealand, again, it's not that strong. It doesn't go anywhere. And guys, you can see the Euro New Zealand. Do you see this consistency? Higher highs, higher lows. Then you go to the pound New Zealand and you see this nothing. It's almost the head and shoulder here. No, it's not the head and shoulder. We have so much decline here. So that's not a head and shoulder pattern. Aussie CHF still on the free fall. Aussie Kiwi again in a downtrend here. We can look for some weakness. Aussie CAD. I wouldn't go to look for weakness here. Regardless, the Aussie it's considerably weak in general because Canadian dollar interest rates, they didn't raise. Nothing on the New Zealand CAD, just sideways, and New Zealand CHF looks like weakness is it's still in the market. We can take advantage and try to target. We can sell all the way down here. We will have a look at the indices. But before we go to the indices, guys, please, just to make sure everyone knows about the YouTube channel, at the Trading Spotlights, all the webinar by myself, Paul and Jens, in regards to different areas and aspects of trading and price action, fundamentals, psychology, and some different stuff I put there. So please make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel and you like the videos if you find them valuable. I just shared the links. Let's go back to the MetaTrader platform. So USD index, a bit of indecision right after the broken resistance, but I wouldn't put that much weight on this indecision as a bearish signal rather than some consolidation before the non-farm payroll. Yesterday, we got triggered on the upside of this candle here, and we got a good trade at the end. Now we are at resistance, so maybe selling pressure it's much more preferable at this point. I'm still in a trade. Yesterday the market reverses here. It didn't take my stop loss on the FTSE. I'm still in a trade. I'm looking to target the lower lows here. Dow Jones daily didn't really make any move. We see we are at this support. As we said yesterday, we don't know if this, for some traders, this is a ranging market. For other traders, very short-term traders, this is simply a downtrend, a retracement, and they are looking for a breakout. But other traders, they view it as a strong support here and range. So these are the moments maybe the market is telling to the retail traders, just find something else to trade and not necessarily focus on something that it doesn't have any clarity. Nasdaq, we stopped at this 200-day moving average. S&P 500, same pattern, it didn't follow through. Pound and euro, we talked about this. So let's have a look at the DAX. Three minutes before the market before the market open. We are right at this area here. If we're going to break below this box, we can see the market retesting nicely this area of support. Now, if it's going to do it in a straight sell-off activity or if it's going to push higher, nobody knows. Anyhow, we are ready to play it either way. David, I will try to find your post. You said it was on Tuesday. So we have our orders in place. David, I found it. Okay. All right, David, thank you so much for sharing. I like your analysis, really. I will have a look. I'll have a look after we finish the live trading today. 1 minute before the market open. Let's see what will happen on the FTSE. We also have a nice reference on the FTSE down here. So, wow, I wasn't expect that got to the upside, really. But that's nice. That's very nice. Market, maybe it's going to come here prior to any sell-off. That's there. Anyway, that's the hourly breakout. Let me check. We have some resistance here. Here is a resistance. Very strong area of resistance at this area. Very, very strong. Wow. So if we're gonna pass through this resistance here, I believe we can see the market creating some new higher highs on this 5-minute chart. But it's very early to talk about this. We have to see what the market will do. Let's check the 1-minute time frame. Okay, it looks like we're going to get triggered into this one. So What about the FTSE? Rumen. Oh, Rumen, you must have a party here if you trade the FTSE, huh? Dow Jones, Nasdaq, nothing special. And guys, always just remember during the London session first, the most liquidation we can find it in the FTSE and in the DAX. And during the New York session, we can find it on Nasdaq, S&P 500, and Dow Jones. All right. So let's see if the market is gonna if that was a false breakout or another 2 minutes before this candle complete. If that will be end as a false break, that's okay. Our stop loss is down there. So we have to wait and see. Guys, anything on your watch list for the day? Please keep an eye on Canadian dollar weakness in general today, especially for intraday trading, due to the recent news from the Bank of Canada, because I believe that will give us opportunities. And if we're going to see some retracement, this Ruben could, if we will see some retracement in this session, in the London session, it means we can maybe have good opportunities in the New York session. All right, I think it took too much to the downside. I'm out of the trade. So I'm out of the trade. That was a false breakout today. So ladies and gentlemen, it was a privilege and honor to host this webinar again for you. And thank you so much for your participation. I hope you find some value. Please make sure you subscribe and like this video on the YouTube if you find it valuable. I wish you to have a lovely day ahead. And I look forward to see you again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much.